Howdy howdy, my name is John, and this video is History Challenge tag. I saw this tag a few weeks ago, and I wasn't able to participate in the readathon that went along with it. That was at the end of August 2020 because I didn't really see it until it was too late. But I thought the tag looked fun, so I went ahead and tagged myself to do this. The first question is, what got you into history? When I was in elementary school, I really enjoyed reading biographies of famous people. One of the biographies that I had as a kid and enjoyed reading was the story of Helen Keller. But what really got me into history was that when I was in the 10th and 11th grade, I really had a really great history teacher. The second question is, what is your favorite history book or author? My favorite history book is this history of American Motors, The Last Independent. If you've seen my Anything But Books tag, you know that I own an AMC Javelin. I also own a 1980 AMC Spirit that my mom bought brand new. In fact, my family has had either a Rambler or an AMC brand car since the 60s. Question 3 is, what is your most anticipated history book that you've not read yet? I'm actually going to answer that in conjunction with question 4, which is, what is your favorite time period to read about? And what book would you like to read about it? This was my textbook for a Civil War class that I took in college. I've not read this cover to cover, so I'm counting it as my answer for question 3, but I actually do want to sit down, read this from cover to cover. It has a lot of great pictures in it as well, and maps. So I'm looking forward to at some point reading this. Question number 5 is, what time period would you like to learn more about, and what book would you like to read about it? And really, I don't have a great answer here. The time period I would most like to read about is really all of them. I really enjoy kind of world history, and I don't have a specific book that I want to read concerning world history, but hopefully I'll be able to take the time as my channel progresses to read more history books and to talk about them after I'm done. Question number 6 is, who is your favorite person from history, and what book have you read or want to read about him or her? My favorite person from history is Robert E. Lee. When I was in high school, I did a report about Lee, a fairly long one, and I got this picture of Lee at Washington and Lee University. After the war, Lee was the president of what was then Washington College. That is where Lee is buried, and they built a chapel there. They've got an impressive memorial there to Lee. And I was able to get this picture of him there. Books that I read was a 4-volume biography by Douglas Southall Freeman. It's basically the biography about Lee. Every biography of him since has at least referenced that biography. Question 7 is, what period of history would you like to see more nonfiction or fiction about? I really don't have a good answer to this question. There's a lot of both historical fiction and nonfiction books that I haven't read yet. I haven't found the case where there aren't books that I want to read. Question number 8 is, what non-book sources do you like to learn about history from? I'm going to name a couple. The first is YouTube itself. I've really enjoyed the channel's Crash Course. They have a number of history courses. Extra Credits has a good number of history courses on their channel. And then another one I really enjoy is Today I Learned. I'll provide links to those channels in the description below. The next thing I want to mention are the GREAT courses. I've purchased a number of their history courses over the years. I would really highly suggest that you go and purchase one or more of the courses by J. Rufus Fears. He's one of the best history professors that I've ever seen. I've really enjoyed the courses of his that I've seen. Number 9 is what is a fun history fact that you can provide. If you've watched my Anything But Books tag, you'll know that Dragonheart is my favorite movie. One of the characters from the movie is Brother Gilbert, who is a monk, and you can see around his neck he's wearing a string with a seashell attached to it. Well, that seashell means that Sir Gilbert took a pilgrimage. Back in the time where this movie is set, it probably means that he visited the tomb of St. James. What that seashell would later come to mean is that it was used as someone who had taken a trip to the Holy Land. I'll provide a link in the description below for more information. Last question is shout out a booktuber who also enjoys reading history books. I first saw this tag on Lana Ex Libris' site, and she's a brand new booktuber, and I really enjoyed her videos. So I'll provide a link to her tag video in the description below. And I also want to mention Robin from Robin Lloyd. I don't know if he reads history books, but his Instagram is of castles that he has visited. So you can't get more historical than castles. I'll provide a link to his Instagram in the description, and I encourage you to go check it out. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.